What is going on, everybody? This is NYG Jeffy T85, and I'm here to review the Brooklyn Nets' victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves last night by the score of 112 to 102, as the Brooklyn Nets have officially completed their preseason matchups as they went 2-2 this preseason after losses to the Miami Heat and Philadelphia 76ers, but then picking up a couple of wins against the Milwaukee Bucks and last night against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So at least just seeing some of the things that I watched during the highlights and during some of the game today and some of the film work. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving both look like they're ready for this season. I mean, you could just tell by just the playing that these guys were doing out there. They're both ready for this season to start. Durant last night, 31 minutes, 7 of 17 from the field, 3 of 5 from the field goal, 3-point percent. 2 rebounds. He had 6 assists on the game. Durant also had 3 blocks and 1 steal with 20 points. Kevin Durant looks like he's ready for this season. And ditto for Kyrie Irving, who played in 30 minutes last night, 8 for 17 from the field. He was 6 for 8 from the free throw line. He had 1 rebound. He had 4 assists. He had 3 steals. So both Irving and Durant getting it done in terms of blocking shots or getting steals. And Irving had 26 points on the game. So it's obvious that the young guys, the superstars for the Brooklyn Nets, are getting the job done. Ben Simmons didn't have as good of a game as he did against Milwaukee. In 13 minutes, he was 1 for 3 from the field. He had 2 rebounds, 6 assists. The assists are pretty nice, at least. Only scored 2 points in the game, and unfortunately, he fouled out in 13 minutes. So that's something you don't want to see from one of your top players, especially Ben Simmons, is that he's fouling out of the game way too early. So Simmons has got to be a little bit better in terms of not committing too many fouls on the basketball court, because the Nets need him out there a lot more. In terms of the bench, I mean, the two guys that I have to keep looking at when it comes to playing well off the bench is the 2 young guys right now, the 2 second-year players, one out of North Carolina, the other one out of LSU, and I'm talking about Day'Ron Sharpe and Cam Thomas. These 2 guys continue to play good basketball heading into the regular season. Thomas last night, 22 minutes, 4 for 10 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3-point range. He was 2 for 2 from the foul line. He had 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He did turn the ball over 5 times from the field, so he's got to do better in terms of keeping that ball, in terms of not turning the ball over. Otherwise, it's going to limit the amount of minutes he's going to play on the basketball court. But he scored 11 points. Cam Thomas is getting it done from the offensive side of the basketball court. He also had a couple of nice assists to some of his teammates. And Day'Ron Sharpe looks like he's getting ready to have a very, very solid season. Sharpe had some really nice numbers last night. He was efficient from the line and from the field. 25 minutes on the game. He had 5 for 9 shooting on the field. He was 5 for 5 from the free throw line, so that's a great sign that he's hitting his free throws. He had 13 rebounds for Day'Ron Sharpe. He had an assist. He had a steal in the game. He had 1 turnover and a couple of personal fouls. That's not bad. And he had 15 points on the game. Now, I know his plus minus is minus 10. But if you go by the numbers, Day'Ron Sharpe actually had a really good game last night. 15 points, 13 rebounds, a double-double from your backup center. 25 minutes. That's good minutes you want to see from your backup center. And he actually outsnapped Nick Claxton, who he played in 23 minutes. He was 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from the foul line. Claxton had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and he had 3 personal fouls with 8 points on the game. The Nets are getting good production right now from their young centers. For the past couple of games, it's got to continue going into the season this year if the Nets want to get to where they want to go, and that's to an NBA Finals and an NBA championship. A couple of the other bench players that played pretty decently last night. Patty Mills in 23 minutes. He had 2 for 8 from the field, 2 for 6 from the 3-point line. He had 6 points on the game with a rebound and 4 personal fouls, so Mills has got to be better, but he was pretty decent. A couple of other guys, Markieff Morris in 22 minutes, 2 for 9 from the field, 1 for 6 from the 3-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, but he did have 6 rebounds in the game and 7 points. So not bad production in 22 minutes, although he also had 4 personal fouls. The one thing the Nets have got to do a better job is not committing so many personal fouls on the field. And another guy I want to give praise to is Royce ONeill, who I think is one of the key acquisitions for this team this past offseason. He played in 30 minutes, third most minutes. Actually, he was tied for second most minutes in the game last night. 4 for 9 from the field, 2 for 7 from three-point line, 1 for 1 from the foul line. He had 8 rebounds. He had 4 assists, 4 steals on the game, and 11 points with 3 personal fouls and only 1 turnover. Royce ONeill is going to be a big, big benefactor for this team going forward. I really believe the acquisition of Royce ONeill is going to play big-time dividends for this Brooklyn Nets team. And like I mentioned before, I think he should be the starting shooting guard for this Brooklyn Nets team, not Joe Harris. I would have Joe Harris come off the bench, and I would have him be part of the second unit along with Seth Curry, because he's going to bring some more scoring mindset for that second unit. But I think Royce ONeill fits this offense a little bit better in terms of being part of the first unit with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, Nick Claxton, and Ben Simmons. I just think it's a better fit for the Brooklyn Nets overall in terms of their first team because of his 3-and-D ability and because he's another guy that you could put out there on the wing that could guard on the outside. So that's a guy I hopefully will be able to see on the field. Hopefully it'll be part of the starting lineup, and I think Royce ONeill is going to be a key player for this Brooklyn Nets team heading into the season. And just to recap for the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, 30 minutes, 4 for 14 from the field. He was 3 for 7 from three-point line. He had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 block shots, and 12 points on the game. Rudy Gobert He played in 30 minutes, 6 for 6 from the field, 4 for 10 from the free throw line. He had 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 steals, and 16 points. Karl-Anthony Towns, KAT, was 33 minutes in the game, 4 for 12 from the field, 1 for 6 from three-point line, 6 for 7 from the free throw line. He had 9 rebounds, 4 assists, and 15 points with only 3 personal fouls and 2 turnovers. So Timberwolves are going to have a formidable front line with Gobert and Towns there. And D'Angelo Russell, 27 minutes, 7 for 13 from the field, 2 for 5 from three-point line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, 6 assists, no rebounds, 6 turnovers though, so he's got to do a better job from the T-Wolves, and 17 points. So the Nets are officially done with preseason. The Nets can now set their sights on the regular season as the Brooklyn Nets are now getting ready and gearing up for the beginning of their run for the NBA championship as they get ready for their first game next week against the New Orleans Pelicans. And the Nets, they're pretty much a healthy team right now. Yes, they're missing a couple of guys like Seth Curry and Joe Harris, but for the most part, the Brooklyn Nets are a healthy team heading into this regular season. So got to continue to get some more ball movement. I love the ball movement still by the Brooklyn Nets, but they have to continue to make sure they keep doing that. Steve Nash has got to get his rotation ready. Who's going to start? Who's going to be part of the bench? How many players he's going to play each night? Who's going to be pretty much part of the rotation? And maybe it might go by who the opponent is game in and game out. But either way, the Brooklyn Nets are officially ready now for the regular season. I cannot wait to see this Brooklyn Nets team get on the basketball court for the regular season and see what they could do during the season overall. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news, updates, chatter, and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications on the next video or short that's going to be dropping on the channel surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. And let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the Brooklyn Nets heading into this regular season, what you thought about the game last night, what you liked, what you didn't like, and what's your expectations and thoughts for this Brooklyn Nets team as we head into the regular season and this Nets team gets ready for a potential long playoff run and a championship season. So I thank you very much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Saturday. I hope you have a great weekend. Take it easy, and let's go, Brooklyn Nets. As always, it's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.